Oh, I'm so excited for the wedding, aren't you, Clara? It's gonna be absolutely perfect, a day we've dreamed of for so long. I can already picture it, the beautiful setting, our closest friends and family, and you walking down the aisle towards me. It's truly going to be the most magical day of our lives, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, Mark, I suppose so. I mean, it's certainly a date on the calendar.
It's a small ceremony, but that's perfectly fine, right, Clara? Neither of us really wanted a huge, elaborate wedding. We've talked about this. Just something intimate, a reflection of our quiet love. You're so incredibly shy. You even insisted on keeping our relationship a secret from everyone at work, which I found endearing. It just added to your mysterious charm, your desire for privacy. It made our love feel even more special, a private world just for us.
Mark, what exactly are you talking about? And also, could you please stop calling me by my first name? It's standard protocol for colleagues to address each other by their last names. My last name is Miss Davies.
See? It's exactly because you're so shy and reserved, Clara, that nobody at work ever caught on to our blossoming romance. Your little blushes and averted gazes just made it seem like you were naturally timid, not deeply in love and trying to keep it under wraps. But seriously, when we're just texting, it's okay, isn't it? We're not in the office now. Why are you being so cold and distant with me all of a sudden? It's quite disheartening. My parents are already so excited for the big day, they keep asking about you. Oh, and speaking of preparations, maybe you should consider visiting a spa or getting some beauty treatments. I don't mean to be rude, Clara, but I noticed you put on a little weight recently. You'd be mortified to show up at our wedding looking, well, less than your absolute best, wouldn't you? It's our special day, and you'll want to look radiant for me, for us. And honestly, I don't want to see you looking anything less than perfect either. My expectations are high. After we're married, please try not to gain any more weight. Do try to maintain your appearance, my dear. It's important for both of us.
Please, I implore you, cease making such utterly inappropriate comments. They are incredibly rude, deeply disrespectful, and entirely uncalled for. I would be immensely grateful if you would refrain from contacting me in this manner in the future. These messages only serve to make me feel profoundly uncomfortable, and frankly, I perceive absolutely no benefit whatsoever from receiving them. There is nothing to be gained from this interaction, and I want it to stop.
Huh? What's with this sudden frostiness, Clara? What happened? One minute you're all smiles and subtle hints, the next you diss. Women are just, I swear, completely incomprehensible sometimes. You send mixed signals. You act one way, then another. But hey, it's a good thing, isn't it? The fact that you have such a pretty face is precisely why I even acknowledged you in the first place. It's why you caught my eye and stood out from everyone else in the office. Your beauty is what set you apart.
That's enough. Please, just stop. You are being completely inappropriate, and your words are making me extremely uncomfortable. If you have no legitimate business with me, and by legitimate, I mean work-related business, not this delusional personal fantasy, then I am ending this conversation right now. I would greatly appreciate it if you would refrain from any further personal contact with me, ever. Please, I beg you. Respect...
Get here right now. I mean it, Clara. You have precisely 10 minutes to get to the venue. That's your grace period. If you understand, then get your lazy self here immediately. Don't make me come and drag you here myself.
You need to absolutely, under no circumstances, call me you like that again. It's completely disrespectful, degrading, and utterly meaningless. You are speaking to a colleague, and you will address me with respect.
What's wrong with me calling you you? You're gonna be my wife, Clara. You're gonna be mine, and my wife has no right to complain about how I address her. It's a term of endearment. And besides, you overslept and you're not even offering an apology? What is wrong with you? Just because you have a pretty face, don't you dare get carried away and think you can treat me like this. If I decide to discard you, Clara, no one else will ever give you the time of day, you hear me? You'll be alone and regretful, and seriously, for a wedding that's already taken place, the bride being late is just unforgivable. It's completely disrespectful to me, to my family, and to everyone who's come here. If you don't get here right now, I'm prepared to call off the entire engagement. Do you understand?
The wedding, as in my wedding, was last week, Mark. It was a beautiful ceremony, and I was there on time.
Huh? What are you talking about right now?
Me? Your wife? Mark Davies, that's absolutely impossible, isn't it? We are simply colleagues, nothing more, nothing less. Your delusional fantasies are getting out of hand.
Clara, what are you saying? Are you dreaming? Are you still half asleep and hallucinating?
Aren't you the one who's dreaming, Mark? So utterly lost in your own fantasies that you're called the delusional prince. That's what people call you, isn't it? That's the nickname everyone at work uses behind your back, because your grasp on reality is so tenuous.
Delusional prince? What in the world are you even talking about? That's not a very nice nickname, Clara.
Prince is far too complimentary a title for you. Perhaps delusional old man would be more accurate. The truth is I married Mr. Evans last week, you know. We even formally announced our wedding within the department. Everyone was informed. Furthermore, I have never, not once, dated you, Mr. Takagi, nor do I recall ever receiving a marriage proposal from you. So I must ask, with genuine bewilderment, how on earth did you arrive at the conclusion that you and I are getting married? It defies all logic and reality.
Huh? Evans? Why is Evans' name even being brought up now? What does he have to do with anything? Why are you mentioning him at our wedding?
Why? Because Liam Evans is my husband. Our wedding was last week, as I just told you, and it was a wonderful ceremony. So what wedding are you referring to today, Mark? I genuinely had no idea you were getting married, but if that's truly the case, then congratulations. I sincerely wish you all the happiness in the world. Enjoy your day.
What are you talking about, Clara? What is all this nonsense? Aren't you and I getting married? My relatives are all here waiting. They all came for you. What are you trying to pull? This is an elaborate hoax, isn't it?
Are you being serious right now, Mark? Or is this some kind of incredibly disturbing joke? Because if you are serious, then you have a profound misunderstanding of reality. You and I are just colleagues from work. That's all. We have absolutely no other connection whatsoever. So how did this idea of us getting married even materialize in your mind? I don't know what bizarre fantasy you're living in, but the mere suggestion that such a thing is happening is deeply unsettling and frankly offensive to me. Please, for your own sake, try to grasp reality and cease this absurd behavior.
Hey, you're the one who needs to stop being so delusional, Clara. I've already paid the wedding venue fees in full. Thousands of dollars gone. And today is the day of the wedding, and the bride, you, Clara, are the only one not here. It's an absolutely outrageous situation.
You reserved a wedding venue and genuinely believed it was for your wedding with me. Clara Davies, and you did it entirely of your own initiative without any discussion or agreement with me whatsoever? Is that what you're telling me, Mark? Because that sounds like an incredibly foolish and unilateral decision.
Genuinely believed? What do you mean by that, Clara? It's the truth, isn't it? Why you aren't here, I have no idea. And why Liam's name keeps coming up, I can't fathom. But the atmosphere at the venue is getting incredibly awkward, and people are starting to stare and whisper. My family is looking at me with concern. Hurry up and get here. If you come now, I won't be angry. Hey, Mark, that's enough. You need to stop this right now, you hear me? It's me, Liam, and I have had enough of you talking to my wife like this. What's with that tone? Aren't you being incredibly rude to a senior colleague, Liam? You have no right to speak to me like that. I demand respect. Clara was looking visibly upset, staring at her phone on her day off, so I asked her what was wrong. And when I saw these utterly disgusting and harassing text messages you've been sending, I couldn't believe my eyes. Aren't you utterly ashamed of yourself for sending such hateful, manipulative, and delusional messages? Clara and I are already publicly married within the company. We've made it clear to everyone multiple times. If you, Mark, somehow managed to miss that crucial piece of information, then it's solely your fault. It's because you're constantly late for morning meetings, constantly missing important announcements, and you're always glued to your phone playing games instead of listening. You are willfully ignorant. Everything that's happening right now is a direct consequence of your own negligence, your lack of professionalism, and your profound self-absorption. You have no one to blame but yourself. Mark, let me be unequivocally clear. There was never, ever any factual basis for you and Clara to be dating. That is a complete fabrication of your own deluded mind. And I, as well as all of our colleagues and senior staff, are well aware of your consistent tendency to misinterpret situations. However, for you to continue sending these harassing text messages, completely disregarding Clara's clearly stated feelings and boundaries, demonstrates a level of persistence, obsession, and disregard for others that is simply unacceptable. There is a limit to our patience, Mark, and you have well and truly reached it. Don't you think it's high time you finally stopped this utterly pathetic charade? What utterly meaningless nonsense are you spouting now, Liam? You're talking gibberish. You're just trying to confuse me. You're the one spouting meaningless nonsense, Mark. Get a grip. Calm down. You're completely out of control. What are you gonna do about the wedding now, you ask? You've already prepared everything, haven't you? That's completely irrelevant to Clara and me, isn't it? You orchestrated this entire charade on your own, didn't you? Without any input or consent from Clara. It's perfectly understandable that none of our colleagues showed up. Who in their right mind would attend a wedding with such an incomprehensible and bizarre invitation? One that only listed the groom's name and was sent out without any prior announcement from the actual couple. for fraud. I'll also demand compensation for all of the wedding expenses. I'm gonna make you profoundly regret the disrespectful way you've treated me, Clara. So, you'd better be prepared for the full force of the law to come down on you.
Understood, Mark. And you should also be prepared for the consequences.
The manager called me in, Clara. He told me to apologize to you. Can you believe that? I told him I wasn't in the wrong, that I was the victim, but he wouldn't listen. The atmosphere at work is so strange now. What in the world is going on? I'm the victim here, Clara!
How on earth can you possibly arrive at the conclusion that you are the victim in this situation, Mark? What you were engaged in was relentless, delusional stalking, pure and simple. You were causing such a significant nuisance and a legal liability that Mr. Evans felt compelled to inform the manager. Furthermore, the matter of those unauthorized, fabricated wedding invitations you sent out has now spread throughout the entire company, making you a subject of ridicule. Don't you think you're actually incredibly fortunate that you haven't become a complete laughingstock?
So you're seriously telling me that I have to genuinely apologize to you, Clara? After all this? I got yelled at by the manager because of you! My career is on the line!
It's not my fault, Mark, and you are still not willing to offer a sincere apology, are you? It seems you still believe you've done nothing wrong. Well, in that case, I will have nothing further to do with this matter. My involvement ends here.
So what about the wedding expenses, Clara? Huh? I paid for everything! I paid the entire amount myself! Thousands of dollars gone! There's no refund, and who's gonna compensate me for that loss? The venue insisted they explained all the cancellation policies, so I ended up bearing the full cost. You didn't even show up to the wedding, and you unilaterally decided to cancel on the day, so it's natural you would be responsible for the... right?
Is that supposed to be some kind of sick joke or something? Let me make something perfectly clear to you, Mark. You are entitled to exactly none of the details of my personal life, and I am not required to share a single shred of information with you at all. You really need to learn what it means when a woman says no. I was not playing hard to get or trying to be cute or anything like that. I was telling you to back off because you were being a total creep. And stop calling me by my first name. You are crossing a line. You've gone too far. Regarding the relentless, obsessive harassment you've inflicted upon me, I will be pursuing a lawsuit for significant damages through my lawyer. You will be held accountable.
Are you serious, Clara? You can't do that? Come on. I don't understand how you could just turn around and treat me like this. It's not like I really even did anything if you really think about it. There's nobody who was hurt by my actions or anything like that at all, right? I don't understand how you could turn around and treat me this way.
I never thought I'd be asked that question by you, of all people, Mark. But yes, I am perfectly sane. When you told me I'd gained weight, I honestly thought to myself, is this man truly sane? Does he even have a mirror?
What? You're saying it pretty clearly now, aren't you? You're being cruel.
I mean that before you mock someone else's physical appearance, you should take a good, long look at your own, Mark. You need to correct your own self-perception before you utter another word about anyone else. You won't need to speak with me again anyway. You'll likely be forced to leave the company, and we will ensure that. And my husband and I will be seeking significant damages, which means you'll have to pay us. You better start looking for a new job quickly.
I'm sorry. I apologize for everything I've done, but I can't pay for damages. I used all my savings on the wedding expenses, so I have nothing left. I'm completely broke. Please don't say that. Don't ruin me completely. I have no money. I truly apologize.
Far too late. If only, just for a moment, before you posted that defamatory tweet, you had paused, reflected, and offered a sincere apology, perhaps the outcome would have been different. But what's done is done. There's no turning back now. You made your choices and you must face the consequences. If you contact me again, just one more time, I will be reporting this to the police. This is a final, non-negotiable warning. Goodbye. Forever.
It looks like Mark finally found a new job, Clara. He said he'll pay the compensation once he gets his first paycheck. He seemed quite remorseful, but who knows if he'll actually follow through.
You don't think we were too easy on him, do you, Liam? Maybe we should have taken everything we could get from him in one go, just to make sure he really learned his lesson.
serving the food or giving a grand speech, what exactly is my crucial role? Are you expecting some emotional father-daughter dance or a profound blessing? Don't tell me you were primarily expecting me to pay for all of this too, were ya? Is that why you're so desperate for me to be there?
This is serious. Your role as a parent is to simply be there, to witness your daughter's joy, to watch over her with love and support. Don't you remember her teenage rebellion when she dramatically declared you were not to wash your underwear with hers? She said, "Daddy's underwear, not mine." She was so specific about it.
You're still talking about something from over 10 years ago? How long are you gonna hold on to that petty grievance, Sarah? I really can't believe that I'm just always supposed to go through the rest of my life with you constantly lording that dumb little fluke over me for the rest of my life.
Girls are like that sometimes. They go through phases. They're particular. It's just a small thing. How can you be so petty, so nitpicky, so utterly childish about something so trivial for so long?
My apologies, Sarah. My emotional capacity, it seems, is far smaller than a bottle cap. Infinitesimally small. It's a tragic flaw, I know.
Just get to the venue, Arthur, now! We're about to have the family photo shoot. We can't start without you. Your absence will be noted, and it will ruin everything.
Is there even a need to take such pictures? Seriously? Who on earth wants to see a bunch of old people in photographs? It's probably less disturbing than looking at a ghost picture. Nobody cares about those.
Can you just stop it? My blood pressure is going through the roof right now, Arthur. Honestly, why am I even having to argue about this with you right now? It makes no sense. My veins are practically bursting. You are driving me insane with your ridiculous comments. Just come.
Well, I think I'll be fine with the old class photo approach, Sarah. You know, when you're absent and they just put a little circle with your picture in the top right corner at a graduation photo. That's what I'll do. Simple, effective.
What are you talking about, Arthur? What is wrong with you? Stop trying to tease me. This isn't funny. This is serious. My heart can't take this stress. Just make sure you get here in time for the reception at the very least. Please, just come.
I told you, Sarah, I can't make it. It's impossible.
Why not? What could possibly be keeping you? Tell me.
I'm on a hot spring trip with my mistress. It really is just that, plain and simple. So hopefully you can finally understand why I just won't be able to make it to Alice's wedding this time.
This is not the time for jokes, Arthur. What is wrong with you? This is Alice's wedding. This is not funny.
But it's the truth, Sarah. It truly is. Alice is getting married, and my job as a parent, my duty in raising her, is now officially complete. It's about time I started living my own life, isn't it? To finally embark on my own journey.
Do whatever you want, Arthur, but at least wait one more day before you start your new journey. Just one more day. For Alice.
It's Alice's fault for scheduling her wedding to clash with my plans, isn't it? I had this trip booked way in advance. She should have checked with me. How inconsiderate of her.
Are you truly, honestly, with your mistress right now, Arthur? Is this not some sick, twisted joke?
She's not my mistress, Sarah. She's my serious girlfriend. And if anything, you're the one who's in the wrong here, not me.
You are utterly, completely, unforgivably rude, Arthur. But I am still your legal wife, the wife on paper. You honestly think I'm going to stay silent after being cheated on?
You should just stay silent, Sarah. Just close your mouth and keep it shut forever, you nagging old hag. Your complaints mean nothing to me. So you can just go ahead and get off my back right now, because I am sick and tired of having to deal with you.
Arthur, are you perhaps drunk? You usually have a foul mouth, but you're only this aggressive, this utterly vicious when you're intoxicated. Is that what this is?
Is there anyone who comes to a hot spring and doesn't drink, Sarah? It's practically a requirement.
But it's still morning. You're drinking in the morning?
Why does alcohol taste so incredibly good when you drink it in the morning on a day off, Sarah? It's a mystery, truly.
I'm at my wit's end. What am I supposed to tell our relatives? And Alice? What explanation can I possibly offer for your absence?
Just tell them that her father has departed, Sarah. Simple, elegant, poetic even.
Don't you dare try to act cool, Arthur. You just ran off with another woman. That's all. That's the brutal truth, isn't it?
I'm moving out of the house and I'll be living with her now. I'll arrange for a moving company to pick up my belongings on a later date. You won't have to lift a finger, so don't worry your pretty little head about it. See? I've been a good husband right to the very end, haven't I? You might regret letting me go, but you'll just have to endure it.
Are you really going through with this divorce, Arthur? What about the remaining mortgage on the house? How are we going to deal with that?
I'm giving you the house, Sarah. You can do whatever you want with it. Live in it, sell it, burn it down. It's yours.
What about your company, Arthur? Where are you moving? I need to know these things.
Don't expect me to tell you everything, Sarah. If you come barging in and disrupt my new life, my newfound happiness, it simply won't do, will it?
I need to know where you are because I can't have you just disappearing on me, Arthur. This isn't a game. And what are we going to do about the wedding? Just thinking about dealing with the relatives is giving me a massive headache.
If you have a problem with it, Sarah, just cancel it. Simple. I mean, really, why do I always have to come up with the solutions for things like this? I really just don't understand why you aren't able to think for yourself when it comes to problems like this.
Yes, Arthur, you know what? That might actually be a good idea.
Ah, are you truly gonna cancel it, Sarah? Are you honestly prepared for that to happen, knowing it's all because of me?
That might be the only idea. Try it, Arthur. Try me. Do you have any idea how much effort it takes to cancel an event on the day of? You don't have the guts or the backbone for something like that. I'm asking you one more time, Arthur, just one more time for Alice. Can you possibly, somehow, make it to our daughter's once-in-a-lifetime wedding? Can you make an effort for her sake?
No, Sarah, I can't, and I have no intention of trying. It's out of the question.
This is not a conversation for texting, Arthur. We need to talk about this properly, face to face.
I'm not meeting you anymore, Sarah. Our time together is over. I'm gonna live happily ever after with my...
How utterly self-absorbed and incredibly foolish.
Can you at least record the part where she reads her final letter, Sarah? Just a video? I want to see her, hear her words, even if I can't be there physically.
Yes, Arthur, as the mother of the bride, who is also scheduled to be reading a letter herself, you want me to hold my phone and film it? Do you have any concept of what's involved in a wedding ceremony? How utterly impractical.
Yeah, that's definitely weird, isn't it? Okay, then just ask someone else to record it for you. Anyone!
Right. I'll just go up to a wedding guest, someone I barely know, and say, "Excuse me, my husband is currently cheating on me with another woman in a hot spring in Colorado and has decided to skip his only daughter's wedding, so could someone please film this for me instead?" Do you honestly think I can say that, Arthur? It is utterly humiliating.
You jerk! Don't you dare tell them everything, Sarah! There's absolutely no need to air all our dirty laundry. Protect my reputation.
You're the one who caused all this, Arthur. You're the one who brought this shame upon us. Why am I the one getting yelled at now? You're the one who should be getting yelled at. You think I'm joking? You jerk! I'm the one who wants to scream.
I know, Sarah. I get it. I understand. I regret it too. I really do. Every fiber of my being aches with regret. I really, truly should have gone to my daughter's wedding. I'm a fool, an absolute, unmitigated idiot.
And you're only just realizing that now, Arthur? After all the chaos, all the heartbreak, all the public humiliation, it's a little too late, isn't it?
Actually, Sarah, my girlfriend gave me an ultimatum. She said, it's either a trip with me, our romantic getaway, or your daughter's wedding. Which one will you choose, Arthur? And I, in my profound stupidity, chose the hot spring.
You are impossible, Arthur, beyond belief. You canceled on Alice for such a pathetic, flimsy reason. You absolutely cannot, under any circumstances, tell Alice the truth, even if you're... So she did she? Well, that's poetic justice, isn't it?
I can't believe I was deceived by such a heartless woman, Sarah. She played me for a fool. I was just swept away by a young woman with a pretty face and a good figure. I was so foolish. I truly am.
No, Arthur, I've been reflecting too. They say there's always a reason when a man cheats, don't they? And I'm sure I had many shortcomings as a wife. You're right. I have a bad personality, I can be harsh, and I'm definitely strong-willed. Perhaps I drove you away.
No, Sarah, that's not true. That's absolutely not true. You were a good wife and a good mother. You were always dedicated, always there. I was even looking forward to attending Alice's wedding with you, celebrating our daughter together. I don't know what came over me, what went wrong to make things end up like this. It's a blur. I just looked at my old texts with you, and it almost felt like it wasn't even me who was sending them.
I've always told you, haven't I, Arthur? Be careful with alcohol. You make mistakes when you drink. You're right about that. I have always warned you. But we can't go back to being a family anymore, Arthur. That bridge is burned. Alice won't forgive you for what you did, and my heart isn't that forgiving either.
I understand, Sarah. I get it. I'm not so shameless as to ask to start over, but please, let me at least take care of your living expenses, yours and Alice's. Let me provide for you both, at least financially.
If you insist, Arthur, I'll accept your offer. It would be foolish not to. But I still have to take care of Alice right now, to console her. So I'm leaving. I have to go to her.
Okay, Sarah, please take care of her, please. I'm leaving the inn right now, and I'm coming back there, too, to be closer, even if I can't face you both.
Why are you coming back, Arthur? What's the point? You're not welcome.
Even if I can't see you. You told her everything? My God, Sarah!
And that's when Alice, in her brilliant, cunning mind, came up with this idea. She said, let's see if a father who hurts his daughter so profoundly can still enjoy a hot spring when he thinks she's suffering. It was her test. The wedding was absolutely fantastic, Arthur. It was a triumph. Alice was so incredibly happy walking down the aisle in her stunning kimono, and the reception was absolutely packed with genuine laughter, heartfelt tears of joy, and overwhelming emotion. It was more wonderful, more perfect, more memorable than any wedding I've ever attended. You'll regret not being there for the rest of your miserable life, Arthur. It will haunt you.
If it ended well, if Alice was truly happy, then that's all that matters. I'm annoyed about being deceived, yes, and it stings, but I worried for nothing. I should have trusted her.
Is that all, Arthur? That's your profound conclusion? I worried for nothing? I thought you'd regret it more deeply and profoundly.
I saw her in the pictures in her dress anyway, Sarah. She looked beautiful. And if Alice was happy and enjoyed herself, then everything is fine. My presence becomes secondary.
Did you only get pictures, Arthur? Isn't that all Jack sent you? What?
Yeah, that's it. Just a few photos. Oh, right, I didn't get a video of Alice's final letter either, did I? The one she spent days writing.
What? Were there words for you, Arthur? Specific words?
What? Then I want to see it! I deserve...
Dad, I'm not angry about it. Why are you being so incredibly condescending right now? What gives you the right to patronize me? I'm the one who should be angry. I was humiliated. You have no right to say anything to me. And while you're free to apologize, it is my decision whether or not to forgive you, not yours.
I understand, Alice, but Mom told me it was a good wedding, a beautiful ceremony, right? That everything turned out okay?
Do you honestly believe that, Dad? Do you truly, genuinely believe that a wedding where the father cancels at the last minute, causing so much immediate chaos and awkwardness, is something anyone could possibly enjoy? We had to parade Mom's living shame, your blatant abandonment, around to get a laugh, to inject some desperately needed levity into the situation, just to make it through. If you honestly think we genuinely enjoyed that, then you're seriously messed up, Dad. You're definitely disqualified as a father, that much is clear. But if you can't even understand basic human emotions, then you're disqualified as a human being.
Hey, you're going too far, Alice. You're being cruel.
You just got a little taste of your own medicine, a tiny echo of the hurt you inflicted. And now you're acting like such a victim. You're fine with hurting others, but when it comes to yourself, you make a huge, dramatic fuss, don't you? But no one sympathizes with you, Dad. No one feels sorry for you. From now on, you'll have to live as the trash who prioritized his mistress over his daughter. That's your new identity. And when I have children, your grandchildren, I won't let them meet you. I'll teach them Grandpa is in the sky, because I honestly don't think meeting you would be a positive influence on their young minds anyway.
Don't say that, Alice. Please, I want to see my grandchildren. I want to be a part of their lives.
At this rate, Dad, when I have kids, you'll probably be off playing with some other woman again, abandoning your family for selfish pleasure. You're entirely predictable.
I'll never do it again, I swear. Please, I beg you, Alice, just give me another chance.
Then why didn't you come, Dad? Why didn't you come when it mattered most?
I'm sorry, Alice. Truly, deeply sorry. You're right, and not everything I said in my text this morning was a lie. Not the part about being grateful. I'm truly, truly grateful for everything you've done for me, for the person you've become, and I wanted to tell you that at the wedding. I'm genuinely sorry I missed that chance. I'm sorry I won't be able to let my children call you Grandpa either, you know. It makes me sad, too.
Mom said you were just drunk and got a big head, Dad, and you just threw all your responsibilities away. Well, you can just keep drinking and messing up for the rest of your life, can't you? That seems to be your chosen path.
I completely understand why you're angry, Alice. I deserve it. So please, let me at least give you a generous wedding gift, something substantial to compensate for my absence. Let me do something.
If you're going to do something like that for me, Dad, you should make sure Mom gets a truly generous share of the assets. She's going to have to live alone from now on, completely independent, so it wouldn't hurt to give her extra money for emergencies, for her security. It's the least you can do, and she deserves it.
I understand, Alice. I'll transfer all my assets to her, every single penny.
And make sure the alimony for hurting her with your cheating is incredibly generous, too. She won't be satisfied unless it's at least double the market rate, Dad. You need to make it hurt, just like you hurt her.
I'll make it work, Alice. I promise. I'll find a way.
he left behind. It's a significant downgrade, a visible symbol of his new diminished life. I suspect he chose that particular location because he believes, in his enduring delusion, that it's the closest public park to Alice and Jack's home. He probably harbors a pathetic hope that someday he might catch a glimpse of his grandchildren, a fleeting connection to the family he so carelessly discarded. While I don't believe Alice, with her compassionate nature, will stay angry with him forever, her heart is too big for such sustained resentment. I intend for him to continue living a quiet life of reflection and remorse for now. He needs to truly understand the gravity of his actions. He brought this upon himself, and for the foreseeable future, he will live with the consequences. A lonely man haunted by the choices he made. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.